everyone. Good morning. Welcome back to all my subscribers. It's Lisa, and welcome to the new people that are subscribing today. Glad to have you here. I thought I would come on a little bit, and the other day on Sunday we had a big discussion about the difference between visitations and dreams. You know, when you see your loved ones in dreams and you have a visitation. So I wanted to try to get some feedback today and see if anybody's had any success with that. I see there's a couple of people on. Hi, Lala. And I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with the free readings. I'll probably do them today, but I'm really not getting any support in the community, which makes me sad. So, and I want to continue to grow, but it seems like people are just coming on for the free readings, which it's a little frustrating, I have to say. I appreciate all of you who have donated and helped me buy some new cards and things like that. Hi, Lala. Hi, Venusian. I have you guys down name-wise. So thank you for being here. You can tell the difference, Venusian. Have you had anything since Sunday, since we came on? Have you had a visitation at all, or a dream, or have you asked before you went to sleep for a visitation? Not since then, but how about before that? What was your experience? Do you feel like sharing? Don't forget I'm here, guys, if you want to give me a thumbs up, and glad to have you here. I'm going to continue for a little while longer, but when after my grandfather died, I was crying a lot, and he came into my dream and asked me why I was crying a lot. Oh, and it seemed real. I mean, like he was looking at you and talking to you, and that's the difference, right? That really, and you walk, but did you wake up feeling more comforted and loved? Because it's usually that comfort that you can tell the difference between, you know, just a visitation, or the difference between a visitation and a dream, or dreaming about somebody, you know, which makes a big difference. So I thought I would come on earlier in the day because I know a lot of United Kingdom people and a lot of people from Asia that come on. Well, I also had a dream that my brother and I shared. Oh, that's fascinating that you both had the same dream. That's really cool. I like that. Hey, Cindy. Hi, Cindy. I just talked to you, Cindy. Funny you're here. So I was just talking about, we were kind of going over the difference between visitation again, and if anybody has noticed any difference between visitations and their actual just dreamlike state, you know, and what's happening. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about that. I also told them that today maybe when I'm, you know, I may just choose one day a week when I'll be offering free readings, and the other will be some kind of a learning, or you know, a learning experience, or people can, you know, donate a small amount to donations of love in order to get a reading. But we'll see. We'll see. How are you guys all doing? Anything new? Lala, how are you? Usually we have about 20, 25 people that come on in an hour and a half, which is great. I'm really happy you guys all feel comfortable coming on and depending on me for that feedback. You're sweet, Cindy. Thank you. So are you. Cindy's an awesome tarot card reader, you guys. I just had a wonderful reading with her. So if you ever want to catch up with her, she does wonderful readings. Lala, I've been trying to remember my dreams, but you can't. Yeah, that's the hardest part. If you remember, if you wake up and you remember just even like one little piece of it, write it in a journal. And then pretty soon you'll be remembering a lot of little pieces that you're writing in the journal, and then you can start to read the journal and it starts to put together a dream for you. Oh, you say don't visit, Venusian. Today I woke up and felt like I had been crying, but you can't remember. Okay. Do you wake up during the night, Lala, at all? Like right after a dream? Because that's when you go into your lightest state, is right after a dream. So a lot of times, like I'll wake up, so I'll jot down a couple of little memories from the dream and then go back to sleep. And then in the morning, I can put together some of the pieces and try to remember my dream that way. I don't know if that might help. So, Venusian, what do you mean you usually do the opposite, hon? You don't want people to visit you? Because visitation dreams are usually very calming, very comforting. Hi, Kim. Glad to have you here, hon. Hi, Angel. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna pick who I'm drawn to today to do readings, as opposed to write down, because I've had a lot of times where people are just coming on to get readings and really not, being part of the community. And I really want this YouTube channel to be more than just coming on and getting a quick free reading. I'd love for people to feel connected to the channel, connected. So I might just pick a few people here and there and decide who I'm going to do a reading for. Angel, I'm good. How are you? I was just discussing with somebody what the best way to kind of figure out how I'm going to keep my channel going. Not just subscriber-wise, but I feel like a lot of people just come on real quick to get a reading and then leave. And I really was hoping this channel would become more than that. So I'll take suggestions from you guys on how I can make it more. Stuff I know. Well, maybe if you guys have questions that you would like to know about, I can work on those. And then we can set up days for me to come in and talk about those things. Would that be of interest to you? Thanks for coming on, Venusian. Because I notice I'll get a whole bunch of people in the room, and then as soon as I say, well, I'm not sure I'm going to do readings today, I think we'll talk about something, then everybody leaves, except for like 1 or 2 people. So it's frustrating because I really want to talk about a lot of things spiritually and how to help you grow spiritually and so forth. I just need to know what it is you're looking for, and then I can work on it and bring it forward for you. I know I had a lot of emails about people and their dreams and visitation, so that's why I thought I would come on this past Sunday, and talk about that. And I've had a lot of really positive feedback from that, so I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I know, it's really hard as a reader to always just come on and read or give free readings over and over and over and over. It's a lot when I'm trying to develop my whole channel. I guess I'm not saying this well, but it's like when you're part of a community, you continue to want to grow that community together as a group. And when people are just coming on just for straight readings and then leaving, it kind of makes you feel like, I don't want to use the word used, but, and I can't predict the future anyway, right? I mean, you guys know that. I've told you that a million times. I don't do predictions. So you determine your own future. It's free will. So all I'm really doing is kind of helping you get to that point where you guys can decide what it is you want to do, and that makes a difference. So Kim, how are your visitations with your mom and grandmom doing? I do have paid mediumship classes. In fact, Cindy's on here. Cindy took my mediumship classes. And I do 6 weeks, and you have 1 full hour of just me. So we would probably do it on Zoom, where we talk about all the different parts of developing your psychic ability, developing your mediumship, developing how to use divining rods, how to use pendulums, things like that. And I do have mediumship classes. And I had that before, and I still do them. And it's like paying, it's less than paying for a full hour session, certainly, because that's more for a full hour reading. But you get I'm sorry, no, it was 8 weeks, I think, Cindy. Yeah, you did take it. Cindy took it for 8 weeks. Hasn't finished the last class yet. We're still working on that, but she's doing great as a tarot reader and as a medium and getting messages and being very empathic. And I think you also took Tori's class, right? And Chris's class on tarot. So taking classes is definitely the way to go. And everybody teaches so differently that you always learn something. I still take classes, and I've been doing mediumship. The classes are always we set them up between the two of us. You did in Reiki, yeah, I do remember. So, and everybody's a little bit different in how they teach and how they respond and how they learn. And, after 35 years, I still take classes, and even if I get 1 or 2 things out of the classes that I'm taking, I'm thrilled because that's something that I can add to my mediumship or something I can add to my tarot reading or my angel card reading or my Reiki, etc., which is really nice. And I usually, I offer the mediumship classes. You can go to my website at northernlights.one. It talks about my mediumship classes. Or you can email and we can talk about it. But usually it's so many weeks. It was 8 weeks that Cindy took. And it's an hour each week. So it would be like, if you were paying for it normally with a reading, it would be like $1,000. But it's actually $500. For the sessions. But we can figure that out for sure. Definitely, if anybody's interested in that. So you guys like learning about educational stuff. You like learning about stuff about spirituality, right? Yeah, Cindy, I know you do because I know you still take a lot of classes that Tori offers. She offers some wonderful classes. And I've taken some classes with outside people that I really enjoy and get a lot out of as well. But if you're learning to expand, Kim, if you're already talking to your mom and your grandmother, I mean, that's awesome. That's such a step up from where most people start, which is really cool. Would you guys, I'd like to do, and Cindy, I just paid for a tarot reading, so don't you dare leave me a donation because I just paid you. I'm telling you, Cindy, because Cindy always leaves donations. She's so kind under donations of love down below. But I'm telling you today, do not leave one. I just paid her. She's for a tarot reading, and she's amazing at tarot. I know you, Cindy. Don't give it back to me. That's yours. You earned that today. Do you guys have a couple of questions that I can answer for you today? You can always donate down below at Donations of Love. You can open up down below Donations of Love, and there's a place for Venmo, which is credit cards, and there's a place for PayPal if you'd rather use PayPal. Any number of those, I'm very appreciative. Thank you for those who have donated. I really appreciate you supporting the channel and supporting me and my efforts, and my continuing to do readings. And makes me feel good, just like when you do something and you want to get paid for it. This is my livelihood. This is my business. So I appreciate you guys and what you offer. So thank you. So Lala, would you like to ask a question? Are you still here? Because I've noticed that since I talked about not doing just necessarily free readings, that a lot of people have left. Oh, good. What would you like to know, Lala? And then I'll go to Cindy and to Kim and to Angel. Lala, what would you like to know today, hon, that I can help you with? Lala, Cindy, Kim, Angel. Lala, I don't even know. I was wondering what my dreams are and if there are messages for me. Okay. Can you describe your dreams and then we can talk about them a little bit? Or you said you don't really remember them, right? I can't know what the messages are that your angels or your spirit guides are trying to send you, unless you can remember bits and pieces. So I would suggest starting a journal where you write down little bits and pieces, and then we can talk about what those pieces mean. I know. So it's hard to know. And I am hearing to slow down from your spirit guides, for you to slow down a little bit and not take on too much too fast. That's a message that I am hearing. Is that something that makes sense to you? That you're really trying to do a lot too fast? Yes. So one of the biggest messages, and it probably doesn't have anything to do with your dreams, because I can't read into your dreams unless you give me an idea of what your dreams are, and you don't remember them, so that's difficult to do. But I am here. The message that I got from your spirit guides was to slow down, to not take on so much. I feel like you're also doing this as far as helping other people. You're really, really good about helping other people, but you're giving a lot of yourself, is what I'm hearing, and you're not getting anything back in return, which sounds familiar. Right, Cindy? Because that's what I tend to do. I mean, that's what most spirit workers or light workers do, is we give a lot of ourselves and we forget to take care of ourselves, and we don't always get anything back. That makes it hard, but the angels are kind of reminding you to take care of you also. Not that there's anything wrong, but just that you can take care of yourself, as far as when you help other people, it's wonderful, but also know that you need to nourish yourself, is what I keep hearing from them. Okay? You're a very giving and loving person, so it's very easy to do that all the time. There's so much sadness around me with my friends, and I'm trying to help all of them. I know. I think everybody's in that place of sadness. I know there's a full moon on the 28th, and then hi Dawn. Cindy's on too, Dawn. Cindy from work, she's here. There is a lot of sadness. We have a full moon on the 28th, which is in 2 days. No, 1 day. Tomorrow night is the full moon. And then on the 30th, we go into Mercury retrograde, the 30th of January through the 20th. We're in Mercury retrograde, which is, it appears that everything is slowing down. It's really not, but it kind of feels, sometimes it feels we're kind of like stuck or in this muck, and I think everything that's with the government just has everybody really sad right now. So I don't blame you, Lala. I feel like there's a lot, and you listening and being a good listener to your friends is wonderful, but you also need to be able to depend on somebody to listen to you, because you have a lot of that inside, a lot of that sadness. I mean, I think we all do, right? With everything that's going on. Cindy, did you see that Dawn is here? I'm setting my intentions before bed to remember the messages I'm getting. Oh, that's a really good idea. If you guys read Cindy's message down below, Lala, maybe this will help you. She's setting her intention, like before she goes to sleep, that she's going to remember her dreams and maybe be able to write them down when she wakes up. maybe that might help a little bit too, is putting your intention out there. And we're coming up on a full moon, which is a really good time to let go of the things that no longer serve you and release, right? That's what full moons are all about. So it's all about releasing things that you don't need in your life anymore, and really paying attention to or bringing in the things that you do need to pay attention to, which is awesome. I do that too. That's why I'm wondering why I can't remember. Yeah, I'm not sure. Something's blocking you from remembering, and you might be a person that sleeps really heavy. Do you have a Fitbit or anything like that that tells you how your sleep is divided, like into dream state or light sleep or deep sleep, things like that? Because I wear my Fitbit. I'm charging it right now. It's on here. But my Fitbit tells me how my dream pattern is every night, and it lets me know if I've had a night of a lot of dreaming. I feel like there is a block. Yeah, it'd be interesting at some point for you to find somebody that does like past life regressions or something like that maybe can help you figure out why there is a block on your dreams. That would be interesting. Try to keep a journal, okay? Even for the smallest things, if you remember one word when you wake up, or if you remember one thing, and then try to put them all together maybe over the course of a couple of nights to see if that helps you. Try with the intention, like Cindy said. I remember all my dreams, so I don't, I mean, I lots of times during the course of the day, something will happen and I'll be like, oh my gosh, that was in my dream. You know, like I'll just remember little bits and pieces. But I think that's one way to do that. And then slow down a little bit. Take care of you, okay? Treat yourself well. That's the biggest message I get from Spirit today for you, Lala. Okay? I'm glad you're here today. I thought I would come on early because I usually get the Asian people from Asia and I usually get the people from the United Kingdom, but it doesn't look like they're here today. So it's just us, a little small group, which is nice too. Cindy, do you have a question you want to ask, hon? You're next. You're welcome, Lala. My pleasure. Let me know when you come on here if things are getting better, if you're starting to remember your dreams, if there's anything you want me to look into dream-wise for you. Because I'm happy to do that once I have a dream in front of me to be able to kind of break it down a little bit. Dawn is on here. Dawn is an awesome card reader and medium, as well as Cindy. Awesome card reader and medium, Cindy Medeiros. We all used to work together. I wonder if my youngest is picking. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm wondering if my youngest is picking up on my dreams. Interesting. Let me pull a couple of cards on that. By picking up on your dreams, do you mean that they're dreaming the same thing? Like, are you having like tandem dreams? Is that what you're meaning, Cindy? Or just that you're dreaming? Whenever I have had a bad dream, he ends up coming in my bed and waking me up. Interesting. Yeah, because he could be also, it could be like tandem dreaming if you're having a bad dream, where he's dreaming almost the same thing and comes into your bed. It wakes you up, but it's kind of like waking you up from your bad dream, but it also just woke him up, which is interesting. Let me pull a couple of cards on that and see. That would be such an interesting topic to talk about, wouldn't it, Cindy? Interesting. Okay, right off the bat, you have the Death and Rebirth card. Sign of Scorpio. I love this Death card because it really shows you that there is a rebirth with the sun in the middle and the star shining, and it's not just about that horrible skull and cross. I'm using the Light Seers Tarot deck today, which I really like, by Chris Ann. You're welcome, Lala. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And the death and rebirth, is he fearful? Is he going through a period, Cindy, where he's fearful of something happening to you, hon? I love this deck. I think you got it from us when we were open, right? Because I remember you took this deck to Chris's tarot class when you were learning. I love this deck. Does he? I'm getting a feeling about your son from this card, that he's worried about you, that something's going to happen to you. Do you feel that at all? Yes. Yes, you love it. Okay. What about the card? Does your son ever, is he going through a period where he fears something's going to happen? Because all kids I know go through that. I don't know how old your son is, but like I find between the ages of 10 and 13, they all go through that where they're afraid something's going to happen to their parents, or that their parents will leave. And I'm just picking up that with him, but I feel like there's something you need to let go also, and then the rebirth will come in. And you know, here we are at this full moon tomorrow night, perfect time to let go, put out your crystals, get everything going, and then 2 weeks from now having the new moon to be able to bring it in. I don't think so. He's 7. Interesting, but he comes in when you have a bad dream. Do you yell out in your dream? Do you know? Like, does he hear you, or do you just think that he's? I don't think he knows what's happening in your dreams, but I feel like he might be dreaming the same thing as you. I almost feel like there's some kind of a message between the two of you. Do you ever talk about your dreams together? I have the 2 of Swords next, which is an interesting card to get. The 2 crows, the swords in this deck, you know, always equal to crows. So that decision, that truth coming in, but you being blind to what the truth is, and then not taking a look at it. You asked him once if he also has a bad dream. He said he has sleep paralysis. Oh, I hate that. I get that too. I keep feeling like I'm making myself get up out of bed, and then there I still lie. I hate that feeling. So he knows what that is. So I would talk to him, Cindy, about if he's having nightmares. I would ask him, how do you know to come in when mommy's having a bad dream? Do you hear me? Do you, because he's very much in tune with you. And I know you know that. We've talked about that before. He's very much in tune with you and your abilities, and he also has abilities. So I feel like he's definitely able to reach in and see what's happening with you. But I think talking to him about it, why does he come in when you have a bad dream? You know, that kind of thing. I think that would be really fascinating to see what his reaction is to that. I don't think it'll scare him. I just think it'll be like, how do you know when mommy's having a bad dream and you come in? Like, I always notice you come in, which is awesome. Oh, you're definitely connected on a soul level for sure. And I know we've talked about that for sure many times. And that connection is strong. So I think talking about the dreams, or he could be picking up on something you are dreaming. Yep, I noticed you just came on, Alyssa. So when we get down the list, okay. So Cindy, check that out with him, and then see if he can tell you. I mean, sometimes we don't give 7-year-olds credit, and he might have a really clear answer for you that you're not expecting, which would be great. He's definitely in tune with everything I've been learning, which is awesome. Yeah, I think he picks up on that. He wants to be a part of that. So include him whenever you can, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, because I think he definitely has gifts. So include him whenever he wants to be included, for sure. Even teaching him the tarot, little bits and pieces. You know, pull like 3 cards and talk about what they mean, or past, present, and future, and you know, bringing him into it, because he has a lot of that ability and that gift, and I think you helping him expand on that will make a difference. But yeah, I would straight out ask him about the dreams, because that's fascinating. And he has sleep paralysis, but I wonder if that's part of the end of the nightmare, the same nightmare that you're having. And I'm sorry that you're having nightmares. I don't usually have nightmares. because I think about everything too much during the day. So I've already processed it. Nightmares are usually things that you haven't processed. My 7-year-old has always been in tune like that with me. Yeah, I know she is. Do you bring her into your, when you do like 3-card pulls, Dawn? Picks up on every slight change in me. Yeah, she's very empathic. It's only been recently, but I'm also doing a lot of healing on myself. Okay, so that could be a big part of it, Cindy. Your spirit tried to kill your mom. Wow, that's a pretty intense dream, Arun. A little bit of things you need to work out with your mom, maybe, huh? And it's not actually killing your mom, probably it's killing a piece of her that you don't like. So maybe talking to her about that. That's really nice, Dawn. She'll have a real strong interest in that as well as when you go along. Father? I don't know what that means, Haroon. So Cindy, I hope that helps, but let me know what he says. I'd be curious to hear his reasoning behind it as well. Okay? Oh, you said that you kill your mom. My spirit tried to kill my mom. Oh, you mean your father? Okay, I could only see him through my mirror. Okay. Cindy, maybe he feels the healing and wants to rescue you, but can't. Oh, that's interesting, Dawn. That's a really cool way to look at it. Cindy, I like that what Dawn just said. He can't get to you to rescue you. I like that. Haroon, I added you. I was just talking at the beginning, Haroon, that I'm not exactly sure how long I'm going to continue to do free readings on here, because I have a lot of people that just come on for their free reading and then they leave and take the subscription with them and don't help, in donations of love don't help the channel continue to grow and so forth. So I'm trying to make a decision, talking to a few different people on how the best way for me to handle that. At this point, maybe picking and choosing who I'm going to read for during the course of a day as opposed to reading for everybody. I know it's free. You would think people would sub, but they could just come on because they see me on and I know it's kind of silly, but I'm just trying to figure it out right now. So Cindy, I hope that helps, and definitely keep me posted, hun. Kim, you're next. Kim, would you like a reading, hun? I'm really not doing mediumship today because I didn't meditate before I came on. I actually was working with Cindy for a little bit before I came on. You're welcome, hon. Thanks, Alyssa. I appreciate it. It's not just the subscribing, but it's also, I think a lot of people just feel like I'm the free reader. So everybody comes to me, and I don't want it to be that way. A lot of people ask for a $5 or $10 donation to do readings, because it does take a lot of time. I'm on usually for a good 2.5 hours usually. I wouldn't expect $100. I mean, I'm thinking $5 or $10 is always a nice. Let me see what your guides or your mom is bringing through, Kim. Like I said, I'm really not doing mediumship, but I feel like your mom's always around you. It's almost like not even like where I have to work to bring her down here. She's just right here with you. She's excited still to talk to your dad. She is telling me that. So I know that you're working on getting him to do that, which is really good. I think he would really enjoy that private reading. I think he would rest a little more peacefully. I don't feel like he's sleeping. Have you talked to him at all about his sleep, Kim? I feel like he's almost afraid to go to sleep, but I'm not sure what's behind that. Kim, has he talked about that? She is always around you. Have you talked to your dad about his sleeping patterns? Because I don't feel like he's sleeping well. I almost feel like he's afraid to go to sleep. Is your dad nervous about going to sleep for some reason? He's so lost, yeah. And I also feel he's not just lost without your mom. I just feel like he's not just depressed. He's just. Thank you, Alyssa. That's sweet of you. Kim, not just. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Alyssa. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Kim, it's not just that he's just lost. I feel like he's afraid he can't sleep yet, and that's what I'm picking up on, is that he can't go to sleep. But I'm afraid. I feel like he's afraid to go to sleep. I feel like he's afraid to see your mom, which I know he wants to talk to her, but I think he's afraid of what, you know how people if they don't know a lot about what we do, they can be fearful of the unknown. They can be fearful of what's this person going to be like when they come through from the other side. And I kind of feel like that's what he's going through a little bit. Oh, you're sweet. Thank you, Alyssa. You're very kind. He wants to be with your mom. So he's not contemplating hurting himself though, right, Kim? He's just like given up. It's like he's ready whenever they want to take him, kind of thing. Yeah. Well, I'm glad he's not suicidal. And I hear that quite often, that people feel that way, that they just want to be with their loved one who's crossed over. And I understand that. I mean, yesterday was the 1 year passing of my mom, and I really struggled all day. So I understand that. No, he's not. I'm not hearing that at all. I just feel like he's kind of given up. There's no joy in his life right now. Yeah, he's given up totally. That's what I'm hearing. So trying to bring that in and trying to make him realize that she really wants him to be happy again. You know, that he has more of life to live and be happy in, I think would really help him. Are you worried about one of your children, Kim? Spirit guide's talking to me about, I don't know if this is, I feel like this is a son. Are you worried about one of your children, Kim? So this internet is so slow. It's got to be frustrating for you guys typing away on the other end and not having it go through, right? I worry all the time about all of them, Dawn. Dawn saying if he closes his eyes, he makes himself vulnerable, and then he has to feel it all. If he sees her in spirit, it makes it real, more real than he can handle. He's not used to being vulnerable. Yeah. Proud. He's proud, Dawn. So, Kim, that's a really good point that Dawn brings up. Like, it kind of makes it real. When he closes his eyes, he can see her, and it makes it more real, you know? And that's part of the reason probably why he's not sleeping. I feel like and that's one of the first things that came up when you asked me the question, is that I don't feel like he's allowing himself to sleep. I know, poor thing. He's lost. How can you help with that, Kim, do you think? You worry about all of them. Yeah. You don't need to, though. I feel like your kids are doing really well. I think right now you need to focus on you and just working through your emotions. I feel like kids are more adaptable, and sometimes they don't pay attention to the emotions they feel, whereas we kind of hold it in and hold on to it. And I feel like, especially when you're around your dad, you feel those emotions so strongly and you want to help them so badly. But you forget that you too have those same feelings, you know, and you miss your mom. You try to keep him busy. How about just talking to him about it and telling him how you feel and how you miss her? Do you do that sometimes? You're so open, I'm sure you do. I'm just waiting for the internet to see if Kim answers me. I will call you to talk about classes. Okay, hon. Yes, Lisa, talk to him. You're right. Yeah, Kim, I feel like if you talk to him about how you're feeling, like missing your mom so much, etc., I think it'll really help him as opposed to just try. I mean, it's great that you're keeping him busy and trying to fix it. I don't mean that. Oh, you do talk to him. Okay. Yeah, it's just everyone grieves in their own way, right? At their own pace, at their own time. And I just feel like this is his grieving process. And this is what he has to go through right now. Haroon, I have a few people ahead of you still. I have Angel, I have Dawn, and I have Alyssa, and then you. Okay? Kim, keep me posted, okay? And I know we'll talk soon. Yes. You do mean a lot, and he does hear you. So I know what you're saying is important to him. So Haroon, you mean don't do questions, just ask how people's lives are going spiritually? Is that what you mean? I know she is, hon. And she always will be. She'll always be right there for you. She's not going anywhere. Angel, are you here? Kim, keep me posted how your dad's doing, hon, and we'll talk soon, okay? Do the angels allow us to know about how someone's life is going? I know, Dawn. I always feel Kim and I have talked privately in a session as well, and she knows her mom is always around her. They had a wonderful, special connection and bond, and her mom is just with her all the time, which is lovely. I don't know what you mean by that, Haroon. Do the angels allow us to know about how someone's life is going? They won't really, angels, unless they have the permission of the other person. You're so welcome, Kim. We'll talk soon, sweetie. I'll send some healing towards you and your dad, okay? To help your dad. They're not silly, Haroon. No questions are ever silly. I'm just not really understanding it, what you mean. Like, we have to have someone's permission to really talk about how someone is doing unless they're connected to you. Like Kim's dad, we can talk about because he's connected to Kim. But if she was talking about like a friend of hers that I don't have permission to talk about, then the angels won't tell me anything. That's just kind of the way they work. Okay? Angel, I was calling, but I don't think Angel's still here. Dawn, you're up, sweetie. Would you like to ask a question? You too, Kim. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for coming on. Dawn, would you like to ask a question today, hon? Oh, today's the anniversary of your grandmother being gone. Did you dream about her by any chance? Yes, it is. Did you dream about her? The reason I'm asking that question, no dream that I can remember, is because I feel like she's like right next to you, standing like right next to you. So do you feel her around you a lot today? I mean, to the point where I would say leave an empty chair at your table when you serve dinner, kind of that closeness that she's around you. Oh, she's definitely here. Did you ask about the wedding ring? Because she's still bringing it up. That's one of the first things she's mentioning. You have her old chair by my bed. Okay, so that's what it is. Because she's showing me an empty chair, so that's the chair. I took it as leave a chair for her because that's how close she is, but it makes perfect sense if you have her chair by your bed. I love that. That's beautiful. She sits in it. She watches over you guys. You know she's right there all the time. She hears you talk to her all the time. You've been talking a lot to her today because this is the anniversary of her passing. I asked Mom and she doesn't think she has it, but it's going to check. Okay. Yeah, let me know because she keeps bringing up a wedding ring. And that's one of the first things she brings up when she talks to me. Okay, after I'm done with Dawn, Alyssa, I'll be happy to answer your question, okay? Dawn's first I'm talking to, and then I'll talk to you and answer your question. No problem. Okay? You don't have to retract it, hon. You can leave it. Do people from your family call you, Dawn, and get together or talk about your grandmother at all? I do that sometimes, Alyssa. Don't be sorry. It's silly. There's only a few of us here, and you can say whatever's on your mind. No worries. You're not interrupting. Oh, that's really nice. You're never interrupting, you guys. It's just a conversation. I would love to see that, Dawn. You've been talking to her a lot today. Have you had a lot of relatives call or a lot of people talk to you today about her? Oh, yeah. Even if you don't Zoom them, just to kind of touch base by phone. I feel like she says, I feel like she would like that. But she watches over everybody. She says she's a busybody. She's always been known as a busybody. Does that make sense? In people's business, she says. She likes to know what's going on with everybody. Yes, she would always. Yeah, she really enjoys that. She likes to be a part of everybody's life. So she'd probably really enjoy that if you did something fun like that. I send you a lot of love today, Dawn, because I know what it's like. Oh, and you do. So that's the truth. You make the most beautiful babies. And now you've got grandbabies. It's lovely. It's funny. I did make a post about my mom yesterday, so I had a lot of people reach out to me, which was really nice. But interestingly enough, my own children didn't, which is interesting. My brother did, of course, but Katie didn't, which is kind of weird. But hey, I know. I only have one. You've got me beat. And you're younger than me. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. I bet you can't wait for this pandemic to be over so you can travel and see them. Oh, that's okay, Dawn. That's just where things are, as you know. Do you have any specific questions for your grandmother today, hon? Or is there anything in particular you'd like to ask? I know you can't wait. It'll be so nice. I feel like they're going to be coming home. You won't be going there. I don't know if that makes sense. Or if you've talked about it. Do you get to Skype with them? No, you're good? Okay. Do you get to Skype with them, hon? Hawaii's beautiful. I don't know which island they live on, but I have to say Maui's my favorite island. I've been there twice. I've been to all the islands, four of the islands. I mean, I like Oahu, and I like, the big island. They're nice, but Oahu is like, Honolulu is a city, basically a city with a beach. It's a huge city, but it's beautiful. And Maui is how you would picture Hawaii to be. Oh, that's so cute. I'm glad you get to see her. I'm glad you get to talk to her. Big Island. Yeah. And the Big Island's beautiful, so that would be a really nice place to visit. So expensive, and it's a long flight. It's like 13 hours. You stop in LA or something and then take another 6 or 7 hours to get there. But it's definitely worth it. It's beautiful. I actually ate so much pineapple and ate so much teriyaki, because there's a lot of that in Hawaii. And I ate so much that I had blisters on the top of my mouth when I came home. My mother and I went there after my high school graduation, or my college graduation, as a graduation present. It was really nice. I thanked my mom then for that, but I never thought recently I should have thanked her for that. Every little thing makes me wonder what things I should have done differently when my mom was actually here. Oh, if I have something in it. All right, hon, I'm going to let you go then. Feel free to stay on and help people. I just did. I know, Mom. Thank you for that. It was lovely. I know. Whenever we talk, there's always a reason. Okay, I guess Alyssa would like her question answered, so I'm going to move on to Alyssa, Dawn, but hang around because you have such good instincts. I love the feedback you give people, if you have time. Thank you, hon. I'd like to know what you see ultimately happening for my relationship with Jordan. Also, will I fall pregnant with his child? Am I pregnant or find out that I'm pregnant soon? I love you too, Dawn. Thank you. Posting my questions so you don't have to ask and wait for the big. Okay. I do not hear that you're pregnant. And I think that's a free will question on whether or not you end up with Jordan. I think right now it's a little rocky. Is there some distance between the two of you? Are you not talking to each other? Is there something wrong right now with Jordan, Alyssa? Yes, there is. It's very distant. Okay. Because that's what I'm feeling. And so I'm not, I think you have to worry about working that back together first. And definitely don't try to get pregnant on purpose, is what the angels are telling me. So I don't know if you're going to try to lock him in. But I'm not hearing that you're pregnant, but I'm not hearing that that's the answer. I think you'll just have a mad Jordan as opposed to somebody who wants to spend the rest of their life with you. Okay? So I think that's important to remember. The way to get him back is not by getting pregnant. The way to get him back is by slowly talking and getting to know each other again and bringing him back in. But I think you got to be really careful about the pregnancy part, or there's going to be a lot of distance there. He's not going to be happy with that because he doesn't want a child right now. I think you know that, though, Alyssa, yes? Yes, I understand that's not what I want to do. You see us ending or working things out and being happy again. Again, that's free will on whether or not you want to be happy with the relationship with him, because he doesn't give you 100% of what meets your needs, right? And then whether or not he's going to come back. I think that's a free will question for him. And we have been unprotected. Yeah, I would be really, really careful with that. In fact, right now, while you're working on your relationship, I think I would keep the sex out of the equation. I don't think that's, I think he comes to you for that. And I think he's not coming to you to establish a relationship. So that part needs to stay out of the relationship for now. So you know where he stands and how he feels about you. Because right now, that's the reason he's coming to you. You know, have you ever heard the saying, the milk that gives the cow that gives the milk away for free? He knows he can come to you for that, so he does. And you want him to establish a relationship with you. So you both have very different expectations of this that you're in the middle of. I don't know if he loves you, hon. I can't tell that. I can't tell if someone loves you. I can tell that right now he's coming towards you because of what you're offering him. So I feel like whenever you get together, it's an automatic sexual relationship. And I think you need to pull that back to see where he is regarding a relationship, or see if he wants to be in a relationship. I know that sounds very blunt, and I don't mean it to. Dawn, what are you seeing, hon? Yeah. Alyssa, I think you're feeling it too, that you feel used, but I think you can stop that and respect yourself by just stopping the sex. So if he wants to come over, make it about talking and getting to know each other, or actually go out on a date. Don't make it where he just is your booty call. And I hate to call it that, but that's what I feel like it is at this point. And I don't think that's the kind of relationship you want to develop with him, because I think you have stronger feelings for him. I just asked Dawn to see what she saw also, hon. I know it's awful to call it a booty call, but I think he comes to you for that right now, whereas you want him to come to see you because you want a nice relationship with him, and he's not thinking in terms of that. Like, you would like to get together and stay together and get married, and unprotected sex is not the way to handle moving into that part of a relationship, okay? Dawn may have something that she's probably pulling out her cards to see, or, if she's hearing anything. We had a happy home for 2 years. I love him with all my heart. He was very involved with my 6-year-old son as well. I'm to set up and start working on his inner struggles. Americans are so obsessed with sex. Yes. Okay. I understand that, but I don't think he's in that place right now, Alyssa. I don't think he's in a place. That's why he's pulled away and why he's not there. I just feel like he's only there for the sex right now. He's not there to have a relationship. So take that sex right off the table, okay? And just try to start the relationship from scratch, dating or whatever, but don't allow the sex to get into it every night. And I know that's how you feel your closeness, and I know that's how you show your love, but that's not how that's not how he's taking it. He's taking it as, this is somebody easy that I can get what my needs met from. You're in very different places right now. So I think you need to work on getting to the same place before you have any involvement, bringing any sex into the relationship at all. Okay? I'll do that. I'm almost wondering what he will do if I just go no contact. Well, I don't know that no contact's the answer to, you know what I mean, because you want contact. You want him to be involved in your life. I just think the no intimacy part is important, the no sex part, because then he'll know that, and you can tell him at this point, that's not your only option, just no contact. Your only option is allowing him to invite him over for dinner, or invite him out for a cup of coffee, or, you know, invite him over, but tell him there won't, you know, just there's not going to be any intimacy. Let's just start over again, is what I'm hearing. Because that'll give you your answer on whether or not he's in it to you know, for the long haul, to be by your side, or if he's just in it because he wants the intimacy. Okay? Yes. Well, they hate it if you're starting over in a fresh relationship, though, there usually isn't any intimacy. And that's what I'm asking Alyssa to do, is start it over fresh, as if you're just getting to know each other. So there's no intimacy in the beginning of a relationship. I'm not saying, you know, hold it away from him. I'm saying make sure that he knows that you're kind of wanting to start fresh with a relationship. So let's start over. And that includes no intimacy until we're both ready for that. And see how he feels about it. See if he still contacts you. See if he still wants a relationship. You'll know for sure. Okay, Alyssa? Haroon, what would you like to ask tonight, hon? Or today? How can I help? What question do you have for me? And Alyssa, you can't, unfortunately, you may know he has inner struggles, but until he's ready to work on them, you can't help him with that. That's his own life lesson. So as much as you want to help him, you can't. A few nights ago, I asked him what he wants. He said, I want to start over with you. And then a few nights later, he said, we need to move on. And I just didn't talk to him for a few days. Okay. Hold on, Haroon. Hold on. And then he reached out. Alyssa, I think I would pull back a little bit and just wait and see what happens. And then if he wants to start over, tell him starting over means no intimacy. You're going to start dating like from the beginning. Okay? But wait it out for a few days until you hear from him, okay? Haroon was coming towards you in a few weeks. Okay, let me pull a couple of cards, Haroon, and see. Well, he comes back because you let him back, Alyssa, and you give him intimacy. That's why he comes back. So he's coming back because you're allowing it. So when you say you're starting to heal and he comes back, it's only because you're allowing him to. Me, Haroon, or Alyssa? Me? Haroon? I seem upset, or Alyssa does? Me? No, not at all. Let me pull the cards and see what's coming up. I just was trying to be in a serious discussion with Alyssa, that's all. Okay, Haroon, let's see what's going on for you in a couple of weeks. In the next few weeks, you want to know, right? Are you moving, Haroon? Because I'm hearing about a move of some kind. Are you moving, hon? No, you want to. Okay, so you've been thinking about it. Have you been looking at places like online or, however you look at them? Because I feel like you're looking at places. Uh-oh, what does that mean? I think it'll be your choice. Daydreaming. Okay. It's going to be your choice when you're ready to move, but the fact that I'm just picking up on you looking at that. Okay. You have a heavy burden that's on your shoulders right now. Something that is really daunting to you, and it doesn't need to be. You can ask somebody else for help. Look at how far down you've come with this heavy burden, the 10 of Wands. And Wands are usually a fire sign, so it would be a Leo, a Sagittarius, or a Aries. Okay, but you don't need to carry this heavy burden anymore. You can share it with others. Okay, and maybe that's what the heavy burden is about, is you're moving. But I do feel this heartache or heartbreak that just happened in your life. I feel like it's in the past because look, the heart is already mending. It's already being sewn back up. But I feel like you were heartbroken. Somebody broke your heart. You've answered everything and you really confirmed things for me. But do you feel he actually loves me? I don't know that, Alyssa. I don't know if he loves you, honey. You're going to have to find out, okay? I do feel that. Okay? Nazo, Haroon. Rubric, heartbroke me. Okay, yeah, because I'm feeling that, but you're healing now, which is great. And you've got the Sun card. So I feel like the next couple of weeks are just going to be wonderful for you. I mean, the Sun card is all about illumination and bringing all the good things to light that you've been working on, and all happiness and prosperity, and relationships are good and money's good and everything's wonderful. So the Sun card is like the best card, the Sun and the Star, to get out of the whole deck. So that's awesome. I feel like everything's really going to be going well for you. Alyssa, I would trust your gut. I think your gut is telling you he's just coming to you for the sex. I don't feel like he's in love, or he would be in contact with you and he would be there all the time. Yes, Haroon, a fire sign, not necessarily help you, but there is a fire sign somehow involved in your life that's going to make the happiness come in. So I don't know if this is a new relationship. I don't know if this is just a really good friend who's a fire sign, but I feel like you're going to have a lot of happiness over the next few weeks. Okay? A Twitter friend. Oh, that's nice. So I really feel like it's a nice relationship, and I really feel like they're there to help you and to help you get out of this funk that you're in. Kind of move your energy is what I'm hearing. So that's a good thing. That's a positive thing. That's awesome. Thank you guys for being here today. I thought coming on about noon, or actually I've been on for over an hour, so coming on about 11:30, I guess, was a smart thing to do, that we might get more people that came on from different areas. I always try different times, but it's lovely to see all you guys. I'm very grateful to all of you for being here. Thank you. And I'll probably be back on Friday evening, so I'll see you then. Okay? Take care, you guys. Bring your friends. Send this out to everybody you know. Thank you.